staring back like a bad ex who won't leave. Portfolio shrunk so much, it's basically on its knees. Alts a ghost now, delisted or dead in the water. Bitcoin's the only one still breathing, barely proper. Wake up, check the price, same as yesterday's low. Heart does a sigh, not even panic anymore, just slow. Group chats a graveyard, everyone's gone quiet or bailed. I'm still here refreshing like it'll somehow be unveiled. Best grip, yeah, squeezing tight, cold and relentless through the endless night. Holding feels like hugging a cactus now, but selling would hurt more, don't ask me how. Bitcoin's a stubborn old dog that won't quit. Alt's a roadkill, and I'm still in it, yeah. Nights are long, scrolling old bull run screenshots. I just laugh at my past self, all cocky and hard. Tried to DC, but the job pays peanuts these days. Every spare quid goes in, feels like throwing it away. Mates ask, you still in that crypto bollocks? I shrug, say yeah, but inside it's a hollow knock. What if this is the new normal, forever down? Or what if the halving's just another class? Used to dream of freedom, now it's survival mode. Diamond hands sound brave till you're actually cold. Stomachs in knots from the constant red glow, but I'm too bloody proud to let the bastards know. Every dip feels personal, like a slap in the face, yet I keep holding in this empty face. Bear grip, yeah, squeezing tight, cold and relentless through the endless night. Holding feels like hugging a cactus now, but selling would hurt more, don't ask me how. Bitcoin's a stubborn old dog that won't quit. Alt's a roadkill, and I'm still in it, yeah. Grip still on, can't shake the weight. Screen's a black hole, sealing my fate. But honestly, weirdly, there's a strange calm in the grind. While it's frozen, let's see what I find in it.
One more candle, just one more. Another night, same chair, same glow. Screen's the only light in this empty hole. I swore I was done, I swore I'd walk away, but the red keeps bleeding, stealing my days. I close my eyes, try to find some peace, but the chart keeps whispering, won't let me sleep. I tell myself this time I'll let it go, but every time I try, the fever grows. One more candle, one more light. One more candle, watch me die. One more candle in the dark. One more candle rips my heart. One more I'm still in love with you. Friends all left, said I lost my mind. Girlfriend packed up, took what was mine. I sold the couch, sold the ring, sold my pride, just to feed the beast that lives inside. Now I'm down to nothing but a phone and a prayer, and I hope that tomorrow won't leave me there. I scream at the mirror, you're killing yourself, but the green star's rising and I forget the hell. One more candle, one more light. One more candle, watch me die. One more candle in the dark. One more candle rips my heart. One more candle, just one more. One more candle I can't ignore. One more candle, pull me through. One more candle, I'm still in love with you. Do you remember when it felt like we won? When the numbers climbed and we laughed at the sun. Now I'm here alone, talking to a screen, begging for a miracle I don't deserve to see. I know I should stop, I know it's insane, but without that light I'm lost in
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
rain. One more candle, one more light. One more candle.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the ringing of the cowbell. This is the part of the show where we bless the evening. You grab the nearest ding-a-ling, you pick it up, you play with it a little bit, get it warmed up. Give it a little flick. Let that air, that little sound resonate all through the ethers around you. Or ethereums around you. May peace and love go where the bell ringeth. And may Jesus fall like a little cowbell and a whole lot of Jesus.
Just one more.
We're waiting for the village idiot to hit the button.
Waiting for the green.
I don't like the way he talks about me. You need to do something about that. It's disrespectful. I'm going to have to talk to HR again. Keep getting him off the set. I'm serious now. Damn it. Okay.
The morning's gray, the clocks are full. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here.
Makes you hallucinate too. Good ass.
Oh, the best part of waking
The
up
ayahuasca coffee.
is good ass coffee in your cup.
Ayahuasca coffee. I'm seeing the absinthe. That's the green fairy. It makes so much sense now. How we doing, everybody? 31 people hanging out with me. That's a little bit exciting. Give me a second. We'll get the music rolling. Somebody had to turn it off. I don't know, Sean.
Me alone, staring at a screen that's turned to
I like this song. It's a little loud, though. We'll crank it down. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. All 31 of you, thank you so much for being here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Ghost of Elvis, ladies and gentlemen, Ghost of Elvis right there. If it scares the bejesus out of me. Oh man, we're watching this thing. Is it visitation night? What the hell? Sean, quick. My producer's going crazy with the buttons and his big fat thumbs. Better, I guess, on stream than on my account, because that's usually where he fat thumbs a lot of stuff. Sean, get... Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching Bitcoin here. We're on the tiny 6 minute, trying to catch up to speed with his lightning fast responses all through this range. Doing a little of nothing. A whole lot of nothing, but just chopping everybody up over here. I'm about to ready to deploy my little strategy, and I'm deploying it a little bit late, but I always forget to do it. We'll go over that a little bit, a little range strategy over here using the Fibonacci. What I'm looking for, now my music's kind of loud. John? We got the disco ball up. We got the lights spinning around. Welcome home, everybody. This orange line, or this green line right there, it's a Fibonacci area. It's coming down from this low of 60,000 that we were in, all the way up to that little peak we had at 72. Nice little run there. Oh, got to finagle it a little bit. And that was, this one up here, it was still the same area we came down to over here, right? And I am looking at two major possibilities right here. Ain't no flag to the upside, although I don't know, somebody will probably try to force one there. We can't establish a good trend line. You keep trying what you will. This was the initial trend line that we had. We lost that, and that was the first sign that, hey man, somebody needs to do something. That flag probably won't fly. That flag did not fly. That flag dropped. We never called it a flag. But we got a 382 bounce, and I always look for that because that's a harmonic setup. So if we got, and we just haven't got a bottom in, we don't have an angle in yet, don't have much of anything. We got a few suggestions over here made by some previous angles there that we could plug in, and we're kind of flirting with losing anything there with that idea. But that's a possibility. A lot of people trying to look for a head and shoulders pattern there, and that's, we're at a bottom, but the rules for a head and shoulder, I mean, the price rises into it, and it's got room enough to fall down to, so that's a kind of prerequisite for that. But it's normally a top reversal pattern. You don't usually see them in the continuation, play them as a continuation pattern or anything like that, but it also fits into a bigger wedge pattern, rising kind of wedge situations. There's all kinds of bearish ways you can look at this as a bear flag, and we're just watching ourselves tank down. I look at things a little different. I like to take in consideration that my computer, it's still here. My computer glitched earlier. I was trying to stream earlier twice, and it didn't work. And I thought I lost a lot of things over here. But this is a bigger version of Bitcoin. And this box represents the bottom weekly, or the weekly close of the first top we had last cycle. And the very top line represents the very top of the wick we had on the second hump last cycle, that second top we had there in a double top situation. And that's exactly where we came down and tested right there, right? I own it. One of the actual places that you would look to bottom out during a bear market. It's crazy. We had an accelerated bull market, and now it seems like we got an accelerated bear market, hitting some prices that really quickly that we didn't expect. We didn't expect it to be a slow burn down, right? And I think is that, one question I don't think is being asked enough is like, who bought enough Bitcoin down here to be able to comfortably sell our asses all the way back down there? Or, was that the people who bought Bitcoin a little bit higher that pushed us down so that they could get it a little bit cheaper? And there's all kinds of rumors about who's buying or what government entities are buying, and our U.S. might have bought some on the sly. Somebody bought some. That's a nice little wick there. No telling what's going on over the counter. I'm not even sure how the hell that works, if they get a discount or if they pay a premium over to do it just for that privilege. I don't know how that works. Curious to find out. Here on the 2 hour, though, our moving averages, they are finding a little bit. I'm trying to get a little rollover, but man, she's been hanging tough over here, right? Been hanging tough. Come back to the first chart I was at. I think this is it because we were looking at it on the smaller time frame. Was it this one? It was this. We pulled a fib out. Yeah, it was this one. All right, so what I'm looking for, the possibility, if we do not break below this 382, because we've been holding it very well. Well, my targets are taking us at the very extreme right over here to $79,800, and that would take out this little high over here just a little bit, just like this one just took out this high over here that we needed if we were going to still be a little bit bullish. All right, we did take it out by just a little bit. Now, some people might be looking at this as a distribution, that little spring, that little catch, that little swing by your battery, went into a short. Look how much money I made. That was great if you got it and looking for it and trying to do it. And shout out to you. And if you're still holding on to that little sucker, well, I guess it's been a wild ride for you too. It's not been easy to long, short, or do anything, but what it has been easy to do is get chopped up and see any gains that you had from any shorts down dissipate, be taken right back. They're going to come back and they know how to get that money back that you make when everything drops, right? they're winning every which way that they turn. We're talking about the composite man and Wyckoff theory right here. That perfect trader out there that just trades against us and owns all the asset that we don't own. The one that's manipulating the market, doing all the things, however you want to look at it, hypothetical, real, Illuminati, I don't give a crap. I just pay attention to the charts and the theory behind it over here. All right, so that's the one situation that we could be looking at. Let me draw it out a little clearer. We respect this area, and then we get out of this area. We're looking at all these little targets right here along the way, 75,000. Not that it's even going to bust through these. These are pivot points, Fibonacci pivot points. Expect some extreme sell-offs or extreme resistance over here, 77,000. And the ultimate target is right over here, a one-to-one move. And you're like, I don't see it. What the hell? Well, that's okay, little Jimmy, with the $2,000, Timmy. When we take that measure move and we put it right there on that 382, boom, look at what it goes. So I show various different ways to approach these things if you like the kind of style of TA that I have, so that you can replicate it on your own charts and maybe it can change your life the way it's changed mine. The other option is the downward option, which also relies on Fibonacci. I got double lines on everything. Why is that? It is right down here to this area. It is the 886 Fibonacci retracement. Because not only do we have a possibility of a harmonic pattern that takes us to the upside with complete measured moves and one-on-one, you also got a little something that takes you down to these other areas right over here. And if we get out the little fun tool that's here to play with that I was scared of for the longest time, and we get our retracement values over here up correctly, we've got a very common pattern here. It is a bullish bat. I know it goes down, but it's bullish. I don't get it, because you're not really meant to try to play it to the downside, although I will, because I'm a degen that way, and that's how I learned how to do this stuff. I learned things backwards. So that's what I've been looking for. But once it does get down to this target, if that's what we're doing, right? I'm looking at two different possibilities. And there's some other things that could happen too. If this doesn't hold, there's a few other things that could be going on. But these are the two most probable things that we're looking at, right? Either getting respect in the area right over here around 67.6, or losing that area and then getting a slow or fast burn. I don't know how it's going to get there, but one of these days in the next week or so, we're like, oh damn, look, we're happening to be down there. I ain't talking about that. I mean, there's nothing that I'm doing. It's just the math behind these concepts, right? I'm not calling, I'm just showing you what the charts are telling me, whispering in my ear. All right, $61,000. But the bullish thing is, they said it was a bullish pattern, right? Don't feel like it whenever things coming down, you got everybody calling for 40,000. Oh no, this or that. And then we catch support on the 886 Fibonacci area and may even come up a little bit, do a double test on it. That's very common with these patterns, but this is a reversal pattern, folks. This is one that we could get a higher high or a higher low, but it's a very much lower low than where we are from right now. But if you ask me, that might be the most probable thing that I'm seeing happening, considering what I'm reading from the moving averages and the Ichimoku cloud. I am leaning this way, but even trying to short it over here, it's just been hell because of all the lackluster price action and the chop. I want to try and employ a Fibonacci strategy. It's a nice little thing to do if you're swing trading. Do it on my very tiny account over on a Blowfin. See if we can work that out. And for an example, and actually let it just play, but it's a range thing, and we're just basically just sitting there waiting, right? And the cool thing with some of these exchanges is that on some of these things, if you plan ahead, you can actually set your stop losses ahead of time, and that would be perfect for this strategy that I'm doing. That way, if things get a little wiry or go outside the plan, then you're not just caught up in the whirlwind, right? So those are some of the things we'll be looking at a little bit later tonight. Right now, all I'm worried about is coming over and giving y'all a big, fat, juicy, buttery hug. Give me slap you upside the head with a slab of turkey. I'm just saying. Oh, I think I pulled my Achilles tendon. Is it okay? Okay, it was. I hope it doesn't swell up or anything. Okay. I might have to stop everything. We might just talk about that all night. Y'all want to talk about? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? Let's come over and say hello to everybody. How are we today? Oh man, my tablet's over here playing so I can keep up with the chat. And I'm hearing it in the background, and it'll probably get... Did we turn it down? Good. All right. I was first tonight. I'd never been first before, and I gave an award speech and all this other stuff and offer. Anyway, it's all there. Sure, it's read it. Anyway, but I gave that up and let the other people get first. Shout out to everybody here. I see Ave Magina. I think you were first tonight. You got the clap, mister. Hey, come on, you. Okay. I would like to make an announcement. At the end screen, we are having a music party at the end screen with some music that you probably won't hear unless you're paying attention to the stream here in a minute. And I'm going to be playing a very certain song, not immediately, but it does have very explicit lyrics. But the production quality is so good that I have to share it. But it could be offensive, and I'm afraid there's one section that we've clipped out would. Never mind. But just a warning. But I'm going to play, a regular song. But I'm releasing some music, and I'm happy to say that YouTube finally I had to get with DistroKid. And finally, my album has showed up on YouTube. It's been everywhere else for a while, but all 11 songs are there and not just the single that I released. So you hear this going in the background, and I've had this out for a while. It's been out for a month, but just now got to YouTube. So it's over there if you like crypto music and you kind of like something a little crypto post-punk-ish, modern kind of cool. Want to feel like a cool kid. They're all over there, 11 songs on that album. And I have just completed album 2. And this is what you're getting a preview of right now. And at the end screen. Well, these two may not make it. They're not really part of it, but they're cool songs too. These are more parody songs. They might get their own album. All right, so shout out to you two for finally doing that. And what I was really trying to do is give Joe a shout out. I see we got a trade intuition raid. That's my puberty voice right there. I think I'm finally getting giblets. They usually pack them in here somewhere, the giblets. I don't know. That felt my giblets are getting bigger. What does that mean? All right. Shout out to Joe at Trade Intuition, fellow YouTuber. He's going live earlier tonight before my show. I was catching him over there. I just don't have time to participate with my schedule and him. And hey, out there giving his mindset, talking about the charts, giving his insight and key insight right there. He was a mentor in one of the trading groups that I paid to join a long, long time ago. They brought him on and started getting a whole lot better, ran better, organized. All kinds of good stuff was coming out of it. And then I don't know what... It flipped, but it wasn't Joe's fault. Joe was setting the place right. And anyway, trading dude kind of passed away. So Joe's over here on his own. He's got his channel going. Great guy to learn from. Go get some wisdom right there. We're going to come back to the charts. And before we do that, we're going to come back to the chats. That's charts without an R. For those of you that even care. All right. So I'm going to kind of scroll through here. Shout out to Society N. Welcome to the fan club, my man. I lost all my stuff over here. There we are. Welcome to the fan club. Thank you for your support, my man. At some point, I will be. There's some videos over there. Chart school videos. Go over. Breaks down my TA style and everything. We got chart school videos I put out years ago, and then the live series that I did about a year ago. And we'll be doing some other stuff over there. I just don't know exactly why. I've been doing a lot between getting our trading community, which is free, by the way. It's a free community. Getting all that stuff. Well, you guys know that one of the things they tell you when you join their group, you come on in, man. We'll show you how to do this. You post a chart, and we'll give you feedback. We'll tell you. We'll learn. But they don't, or they say, "Oh, good job." They all, the feedback sucks. Yeah, guys. I've got in our chart room area, I've got an AI chart bot monitor that I've been working on very hard. We got the new version 6 point something out. Tweaking it as we go over here. But you post a chart, the more information you give it, what you're looking at, it can do it'll tell you what all it can do. You help. Oh, somebody's been using it. Looks like maybe. I hope. I test it with blank charts just to see what it gives me. But, you put your idea on there. If you want a second set of eyes, or, I was like, do you think this scenario, like the scenario I'm showing you right now, you think it's probably still on there? You think this scenario will play out or the other one? What do you think has the bigger probabilities? This thing is trained, okay? It's trained to give me a second set of eyes for you on your charts, and if you're trying to learn, to guide you and to point out things you may be missing, okay? It's also it's trained to help. It's trained to be your mentor too. And if you say something crazy like, yeah, I'm going all in 50x, it's going to catch it and it's going to say, yeah, give you not financial advice, but some common freaking sense. And it's a work in progress, but this is part of our educational experience over here at the new Road Dog Crypto Telegram, among other things. We also got our signals bot over here. It might have some juicy shorts going on at the moment. Last one they gave out was at 950. XLM short on the 1 hour. Litecoin short on the 15-minute. Oh my God, it sounds like everything's falling. Let's go check it out. No, don't let it be. Are we dying again? Pippin, we looked at that one. That one's been winning against Bitcoin. It's the unicorn thing. I don't get it. I almost walked off the set. But anyway, and my little baby D-Cred, you're hanging in there, baby. Can you 10x from here? Because you still hadn't hit that 250 area that you still waiting on you. I'm just talking pretty to you. You get to talk pretty to your coins. Pippin. I'm in a little bit of it. Letting her ride on up. Glad to see you at 39 cents there. Pippin. Ladies and gentlemen, 31 people still hanging out. Sean, lock the doors. Put the chains around them this time. Habib, go put spikes under all the wheels. Well, don't let them leave. Hey, settle back in. Just have a drink, chill. Glad you're here. Don't be in a rush to get up and go anywhere. All right, cool. That's the two things I'm looking here for Bitcoin. We break this area, come down. We continue with this as long as it wants to go sideways and crap. Hopefully not until the weekend, until next week, which is President's Day, which I thought this past Monday was, so I was like totally wrong on that. So all your fears are cool until next weekend. Yeah, that's when we need to be nervous again. All right. Well, weekend coming up this weekend. All the little manipulation games I was expecting last weekend, which they still did pretty good, right? Am I right? Okay. All right, so we either bounce from here and we start trying to get out of this damn little range, or we go up there. A little later, I'm going to look at this as we get a little bit closer. Go set some limit orders and display the little Fibonacci range technique strategy thing. Put it into effect there and see if we can catch us some bottoms and some tops and slong this little P. Watch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me come back over to see you guys. Here, we looked at Bitcoin. I'm going to take a quick look at the indices. It will be quick. And then we'll start looking at some of these altcoins. I also have the ability to do the news. Very shoot from Jordan Layer GG. And usually that's got some nice coin alpha in it. I'm just saying it's worth paying attention to. As soon as I find what the hell I'm looking for. Okay, I give up. There we go. At the bottom of the chat, there has now appeared this little marker. And then when I get sidetracked and everything, I come back here and then I look for the coin request. So if you got something you want me to take a look at specifically, you can type it in now or retype it in, because I'm probably not going to search up there any higher there. But I appreciate you for being here. 32 people hanging out. Have you met Elvis?
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
What's that button do? Oh! Well, that's cool. That never happened. Anyway, all right, so we took a look at Bitcoin over here. I'm waiting for you guys to send your altcoin request in, and we'll come over and we'll take a look at crypto bubbles and say, kind of sucks over here a little bit, right? On the daily. Yeah, give or take. Not really much of anything going on. Let's go to our indices over here and figure out why. Well, we got Bitcoin dominance over here, which was kind of cool. Trying to figure out its direction in life. You know, we need it to go away from the yellow brick road over here at 60,000 and kind of just come down here and burn in hell somewhere closer to around 55,000 or 55%. I'll say 1,000, 60% and 50%. Doesn't sound like very much. You think, why don't you just go ahead and jump, Bitcoin? Nobody's going to miss you. That's all right. Come on, jump. Jump, Bitcoin dominance. Just jump down. Jump out of the roof. But we got the trend line we were originally started from and then broke back in and started looking. Altcoins were horrible, man. Right now, we actually got a chance with a possible bearish rejection here. Right? We come up, retested that area, and now she starts coming down. She bounced at the areas we were looking for it to bounce at locally. Nailed it. Probably come down here and get testy and knowing how it acts before, it might try to make some kind of double bottom or something, maybe. What would really be cool if it just keeps on a truck of lucking and just continues to press on downward, if we get Bitcoin dominance to go down and we can get Bitcoin to go up, alts do freaking A. And some of them are at some bottom formations, at some nice trade levels, accumulation levels. We come across some of them that are some really good areas. XRP is one that's been at a really nice area. And at levels, strong levels of support, bottoming areas. And so we just need that little sign to trigger. Okay, that's our signal when to start paying attention to get in. Until then, it's just like, let me see how many times I can hand your ass to you on the way down. I can do it a lot, says the market. So, but even if Bitcoin doesn't go up with it, as this is going down, if Bitcoin just hangs out sideways, we still get these altcoins to run. They start pumping. It ain't like altcoin season where they're just going, oh, I'm not stopping. It's more like, hey, man, catch me if you can. I'm going up a little bit. Woo, see y'all later, suckers. We're going to the penthouse this weekend. It's a short-lived thing, but hey, man, we take it when we get it, right? Altcoins are starting to look they're starting to set up to look a little juicy. The early signs are coming in for it. I'm letting you know so we can get ready in case we see the confirmations that we need before we start doing something stupid with altcoins. We're already seeing a little bit of the effect, say with Pippin. Crazy as that is, you would not believe, man. If you bought Pippin with Bitcoin or just that value of Bitcoin, and what it has performed against Bitcoin, you could have sold it and almost doubled what you put in for Bitcoin. Crazy as it is. And those are the opportunities really that nobody's talking about, nobody's really looking at, and that I should be playing, but I'm not even playing. Rich Sameberry, do you think the legend for your cycle has changed with this bull run? My interpretation of the cycle is obviously different from a lot of other people. Cycle starts, the 4-year process starts with the halving. The halving's always going to be there. So there's always going to be something related around it. I usually draw a little box. What it seems to be happening to me is that we're getting for Bitcoin, we're getting longer bull cycles, but they're not as adventurous, right? I mean, they're still good, but they're a lot of rangy. And that's just a sign of a maturing asset right there. So then we're getting shorter bear cycles, bear market areas, and we're shifting into longer bull cycles, right? But the halving's still going to be there. And it's always going to put a pinch on whatever available Bitcoin is there. There's already a pinch on what's on the exchanges right now. Imagine, and more and more people, countries even, all the big things, all the eyes are finally going on Bitcoin. It's not even got its global adoption yet. We're just in the very early stages of global adoption. Or the world reserve currency, which is open source and not owned by anybody but by us. Whoever owns the coin owns it, right? And so you got everybody trying to buy up as much as they can. And of course, we got Satoshi's wallet with 1 million Bitcoin just sitting there idle forever. Everybody thinks he's dead, probably is dead. But man, can you imagine what would happen to Bitcoin if even one Satoshi moved off that wallet? If any activity actually happened on that wallet, other than people just sending stuff to it to test it or iMessages to it and stuff like that, if there was ever any activity, And that would have a serious effect on the faith in Bitcoin, I believe. You mean Epstein's wallet? I think that's a bunch of crap. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, and then we get out of here. I'll come back to the chat in just a moment. So we're looking at Bitcoin dominance. Looks like she could be getting rejected and coming down. That's exactly what we need to see something happen out of the market, including altcoins here. With that, Wall Street is still at all-time highs. What the hell are they worried about? And they keep going sideways and everything, too. I think eventually it'll break above 7,000. But they reached that's a great little goal there of 69,000. And it's been holding. Some people think, oh, that's the top. I think it is a Fibonacci area. It's like a 618 area or something. I don't know, but gosh, I don't know when it's just going to stop. And hopefully it will not. And if it does good, we should still see crypto do pretty good. This is altcoins over here right now. You can see where we lost a major trend line. There's a harmonic pattern we were following there, a bearish one. And I was expecting it to catch over here as it's making another harmonic, but it said, hell no, we're going to go deeper, baby. We're going to take this to something bigger. And then alts died. And as long as they're below this trend line, honestly, I have to view them as basically dead. The only wiggle room I got is to take my line from here to that wick, and it expands this line a little bit, but we're still below it. I can do that, but look, we're still below that line. And it's got a whole lot more to get back onto this track that it was ever on. Right, I'm putting my line right back where I freaking had it. I want to touch that wick, these bodies, and that bodies, and that's a strong ass trend line that it lost. It couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle it, altcoins. So that's one way to be looking at them, but we can also zoom out and look at the bigger pictures and see if we are at any support areas that might give us a little freaking breakout of altcoins dropping like crazy. And we are. We didn't have to touch it. We didn't have to touch it this other time. It was even lower than that from that pull. But we don't have to touch it to bounce from this area, but we probably will. I could see a scenario where altcoins just might drop down there. Part of the new album that you're listening to. The one that has not been officially released. The one I'm still weeding out which songs are going to make the cut or not, or which versions, which mix are going to make the cut. That's where I need your guys' input. Why don't we drop down a few more, about $60 more billion here on altcoins before we finally find a place that we can bottom out and round out and get a little head back up, only to be rejected again at 850. It's not looking good for altcoins, I'm just saying, but we can get some relief and make some plays on the upside. But holding the big bags and everything, you got everything else, man, it's going to be, there's going to be a few winners and a whole lot of losers as we're starting to move over to tokenized assets, tokenized stocks, tokenized commodities, and it's becoming readily available to places where it was not readily available before. Solid projects, probably where the money's going to go after everybody had their ass kicked by these vaporware altcoin projects. It just changed their narrative with whatever happens to be hot. 1 minute it's an NFT play, the next minute it's an AI play, next minute it's something else. It's the best way to transfer your currency. They're going to revolutionize Web3. The same tired narratives get recycled over and over. Just get you chase whatever's hot in most cases. The only ones that are worth looking at, in my personal opinion, are the ones that are excelling against Bitcoin. And even then, you're going to be surprised because you take a look at Pippin, a freaking unicorn meme going, from best I can tell. You put it up against Bitcoin, and you got this. Now, I have no numbers over here, and I can't tell you how many Satoshis that she went up because TradingView is not telling me. But what we can do is look like the value that it was down here to up there, 146%, meaning if you bought Pippin with Bitcoin here at this bottom area, or even dollars, and bought you a big old bag of Pippin, by the time you get us up here, it'd be worth 1.5 times whatever dollar amount you paid here in Bitcoin, meaning you just bought a crap more Bitcoin on the free. And that's a smart way to do it, I gotta say. So what does that mean? How does that translate over? I can't even tell what's going on. Well, there might be some exchanges that have that pair, but I kind of doubt it. Probably have to do this on your own. But if you got a Pippin play, whenever you take profit, put it into Bitcoin while this sucker's rising up like that. It's a no-brainer. Why do you want to put it in the Bitcoin or anything else when it's down here? The whole game. If you're not stacking Bitcoin, you're not doing this right, ladies and gentlemen. You're not doing this right. And you may not see it now, but 2 cycles later, when you don't have the opportunities that you have now, you'll see it. Just like I didn't see it 3 cycles ago when I had Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin, just sitting there and buying it at $400, whatever, just yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it's playing away. Yeah, you don't realize what you got until it's gone. Is what Poison said. That Poison statement right there happens to be true, Brett Michaels. 29 people. We scared some of them off. Sean, go flat their tires. Let me come down. I can't believe my life has come to this. Oh, I got something for you at the end screen. That will really get you riled up. Yeah, stick around. That's a song I think that you... I don't know. I don't want to say it that way. I think you'll find it humorous. Banker and Clanker, says Scar. All right, so here's my submit your coin request idea. Are we off of our... Oh, crap, I did it over here, didn't I? I put Pippin over there instead. I got Pippin instead of total 3 up there. Silly me. Did it again. One other thing to look at over here is, of course, our money thing, stablecoin dominance, starting to rise back up again. People aren't trusting these altcoins as much. I don't even know if they're trusting Bitcoin as much if this is rising up. It could also be some new influx of new dollars coming into the system as well. We got to take that in consideration. General rule is this thing goes up and then crypto sucks. And the rule is when it comes down, it's time to get out of your crypto because you're at the toppy tops. So against all the bottoms of these lines, you would have been selling the top of your altcoins. Just saying. Just saying. And that is what our indices are saying. And now we're going to come over and take a look one more time at Bitcoin as she's starting to drop like a rock. And we'll look at it on our 6-minute time frame. That's what I track. Sometimes the 1 minute over here just to watch paint dry as we slowly work our way back down to retest this area at 67.6, that 382 fib. Again, if it holds, we got some very bullish setup to be coming up, a nice strong bullish setup, which is what it needs to happen from where it bounced from. If we lose it, we go back down for a double bottom scenario or worse. Well, if it doesn't catch bottom, it goes lower. Always a possibility, right? So we're waiting. We're waiting for that confirmation, but it's got a dang good probability of it does come right back to this level of bouncing, and that would be a great place to put in a nice lower risk long to the upside, because your risk to the downside is a lot less than your actual play to the upside. And if it does keep on going down, well, you didn't lose very much, darling. It's your 1% of whatever your account was, right? Better than trying to ride this down and keep feeding it. Hope you don't get liquidated and turns around sometime. Oh my God! You're trying to get away from that aspect and try to play this game smart. So there's same situations here, man. It's a great little place. You can find bottoming patterns here on the smaller time frames around this area. Make a play for it if you think it's going to bounce there, and you keep your stop losses 1%. I don't want to go 1%. Well, welcome to Wreck City. If you don't go by those rules, man, you'll find yourself there quicker than not. That's why those rules are put there, to help you not avoid Wreck City. Ladies and gentlemen, let's come over to the chat. I got to get my little list out right here. River. I think I'm still in River. It was right around $14, I think, when I got in. Just a little bit, tiny, but it's a small position. But I knew that one. If it catches at the right time, it can do some good. And it may have stopped me out. I don't know, but it will stop up and into profit. We'll take a look at River. That's one that blew up one of my accounts right there. My other little small account basically just blew it up. It just took out everything. For those of you that don't know, that I recommend, if you really want to get a grip on things, tiny account, like $100. 50 might be really too hard, but sometimes you'll get that experience if you lose half of your $100 account, right? You're like, oh, damn, look, I'm here. It's like having a $50 account. That's where you learn the most valuable lessons that you need to apply to your bigger accounts, in my personal opinion. Take a tiny account, $100 account, double it. Cool. As soon as you double it, do another $100 account. Double that. You do this 3 times. By the 3rd time, You pretty much graduated the Road Dog trading school. And you're ready to go, Jedi. Society X says SKR. We got SKR. Commentary is great tonight. Well, thank you. I practice in the mirror. Banker and Clanker. I like those together. They sound like fun. Me and KR was doing good. I think I sold my Clanker for Banker. I think we saw the chart suggested that one night or something. I can't remember. Rich Sainsbury says, I would agree, but I don't think the halving factors in. Most people I know buy Bitcoin don't even know what the halving is. Well, I don't think they have to still feel the effect. The effect usually comes about a year later when there's a little squeeze on Bitcoin production. And here, I don't think what you're saying, oh, well, it's just shrinking a little. No, that's not it. The cost of producing Bitcoin and doing the transactions for Bitcoin also goes up because it gets more expensive. A lot more expensive and takes a lot more electricity and computer power, and therefore the value of your Bitcoin is rising because of that factor too. To produce new Bitcoin starts costing like $90,000, $100,000, and so Bitcoin has no choice to be around $130,000, $140,000 to be profitable for miners to even make the whole little ball of wax go around. A lot of other little factors go into there that I think a lot of people overlook. Just my take on it. Doesn't have to be yours, though. I'm a giver, not a biter. I'm going to steal that. Epstein stole my Bitcoin. That's awesome. Look at Ghost. Is that for real? 91%? Another I sold before everything flopped. Crypto Creek says, can you change the turkey, bear, monster to 3 or what? Can you change the turkey, bear, and monster to 3 more women? The zombie, the bear to more women. You don't like my side chick? You don't like my side chick over there in the corner? My twerky? That's my twerky. Luckily she don't have a head or ears and can't hear you say that or read. She would be her. She's a sweetheart. Whatever's left naked as a jaybird over there. And then we got Jenny. Y'all like Jenny, right? I don't like that. Y'all don't like my side chick. I tell you what, we'll just send her off on break then. If she don't want to be around. I tell you what, I'll give you a twofer. Look. There. We'll bring the girls out. Now you got your go-go girls over there, right? And the zombie's probably going to stick around for a minute. Because I don't know where I don't know where to place him with. That doesn't overlap with him. And it's not time for Santa or snow. And I don't think you want the dude. That's for the ladies. So now we got 3 chicks. 3 chicks, a bear, and a zombie. All went to a bar. So this zombie, this bear, and these 3 girls, they all go to this bar. Oh man, what was that? This is hilarious. This is funny for me. Not looking good for the Clarity Act. I haven't heard lately. They're trying to rush everything and put all the little bankers' demands in and all that stuff. They get their little greedy fingers in there and trying to ruin everything. That's usually what they try to do. I think you should have a new Jenny every stream. Well, I do on my thumbnails. I can't do it over here very often, but I don't know. I keep going to look to switch them out, but then I start locking in on this one, and I just get hypnotized, and I'm like, see, it happened again. I'm over here looking on this. Oh man, she's like a siren or something, man. She's got some kind of special magical booby power that I don't know what it is. Jenny over here. That's why she's good to keep you guys entertained here. It's part of our secret little subconscious pre-programming Illuminati whatever crap. I don't know. Jenny keeps the boys in the yard. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. 28 of you here right now. I'm sure we got some ladies in here, maybe a few that aren't offended by what we do. I try not to be offensive. But no way, I like looking at her. Oh, you mean the side chick? The twerky? No, seriously, I can't. That would distract. Oh my gosh. Jenny, the effect that you have on some people, my. Oh, you got to hear the song at the end then. It's probably one of the rare times that you'll hear it. Except for when I fast forward it through the stream tonight when it comes on. All right, well, let's get into some altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. I've been sitting here yapping for 51 minutes. See if we can keep the show under 2 hours again. That would be cool. Trying to break that 2-hour habit. I do want to take a look at Pippin. That was... Hello? Yeah. I always think my alarm clock's the phone and I ignore it. Let's come over here to CoinGecko. And let's flip it around here. Top 300. Let's see what's a cracking. Pippin River Layer 0 is doing pretty good. They're all up 20, 25, 28% today. The ones that have been losing today, MYX Finance, $5. May not be a bad place to look at that. Decred's down a little bit, down to 23. Hell, I ain't sad. I was buying this stuff at $12. I'm glad to see Decred's making some, showing up. Nobody ever talks about it. Hyperliquid's down at 28. I'll take a look at Zero. See what's going on over there. And you got Providence blockchain hash starting to move over here, Wyatt. So it's good to take a look at these things as they're starting to get moved. This is what my mentor in the trading group used to say, But what he would do is come and look right over here, and he starts looking at things when we start getting to double digits, and then things are cooking, right? And then starting to look and see what's starting to move and see if we can find some good setups, right? Still do that to this day. XMR Monero starting to move. That one's got some good tokenomics. Caspa's tokenomics sucks, but it moved a little bit. And of course, we got gold. Can't go wrong with gold right now. Nobody wanted it when it was 27,000 or 2,700. Nobody cared about gold then. They sure do like it at 5,000. It's crazy how that works. All right, let's take a look at River. She's bouncing off of the 886 area over here on the 4-hour. That's one of the things that piqued my interest in it, because that was right around that 14-cent area. So I got in about, or $14 area. So I got around about 14. And so we've been right around this breakout period when she is rounding out and all that goodness right there. So you got a little breakout idea. You got above the 9-moving average on the 4-hour. It's one of my triggers that I talk about here on the show. Things I look at when we're trying to get out of an area or a pattern, especially if we're bouncing off of a Fibonacci bottom area, 886. Yummy! And it's not all going to be sunshine and roses, because we got 100 moving average crossing the 200 over there. That's kind of raining on our parade, but dang, it could sure be fun to go from $17 up to about $30, right? Ain't bitching about that at all. Let's do our Fibonacci's and figure out what we're going to do, since we got the bottom harmonic target right there. And right at that area is our 236 fib. You guys watch me for a minute. You know what that's there for. This tell you when you need to be trying to get in. If we got one there that high, it means, oh man, we're still in the awesome buy zone. So we're going to scale that whole idea down again, see where we're at. From that high down to these bottoms over here, not that wick, because that's to the left of it. We only want the bottoms to the right of it. We've already got out of that zone. Yeah, that's the area where I actually got in on the, man, I wish I'd bought more there. And I kind of do wish I'd bought more there, $13, $14. I wish that now. Wish I got a bigger position over there. This is the zone of regret. Ah, that was it. This is the zone of regret. That is my new term, I believe, until I find something better. The zone of regret right here. I like that better than what I've been saying. The zone of regret. So we got our zone of regret that we've vacated. It didn't feel like a vacation when we were there either, so we got that. But we did vacate it. That zone of regret right there. And we may be coming back to retest that zone of regret at some point. We lost we didn't get past the 618. So she spiked up to our first target area, which was what our target area would have been if we'd put it out here, 382 and then 618. Took both of those out, and now she's trying to figure out her goal in life. She's going to come back and try to make a double bottom or bounce off of here, make a higher low. I don't know. Good chance he'll come back and break out. I see after we move over to the zone of regret right there, you see the moving average, the dance of the moving average. Got the 800. I'm on a 4-hour time frame. Good one to be looking at. Bounced off the 800, reclaimed the 666 moving average. That is Miss Lucy, if you're familiar. It's the devil's market. You got to keep an eye on the devil. And I'm telling you, that moving average tracks that little bastard. Although he tries to pass himself off as a they. I think there's a little bit more than devil horns going on up there. If you know what I'm saying. If you pick up the anyway, that's just my observations. Anyway, the 9 and all these moving averages are crossing over these. They did a U-turn. We're trying to get a little ribbon flip going on here. We see it on smaller time frames already. Ribbon looking good. She's looking juicy, especially if she comes back about $14, $15 area. That'd be a good place to look for a little entry on that one. Let's move over to SKR now. Wow, that looks good. 4 hour. Above the 9 moving average. Good. The moving averages look good. She's curving around. Some people will be trying to look for an inverted head and shoulder with this big fat head right there. So that's what a lot of people will be trying to. It'd be kind of like forcing. I mean, guess technically, maybe it could be. Yeah. As long as it's got a nice little neckline, you can. So you got that idea. You got a fat head and shoulders right there. This one's got the big head. Me, I'm more of a trend line guy because trend lines tell you the real patterns instead of trying to make up whatever else. Because you already see that we're in a triangle, right? Well, that supersedes your damn head and your inverted head and shoulders, doesn't it? It's inside it. So it doesn't, whether somebody is right or wrong about this being the head and shoulders, I'm never going to be wrong about it being a triangle. It's just what the trend lines say. And as long as you got 2 touches on one side, 3 on the other, you do have a pattern. And you got that. So all these patterns are correct depending on your perspective. So if you're looking pattern-wise, we just do a little measure move, wait for the old breakout of this little guy over here. And you got your little basic measure move once you put it there. But what the people fail to tell you is that, when it does break out, you got to move that measure move. I mean, if you're really trying to play this game and do it correctly, right? If it breaks out over here, well... Especially you got descending or ascending trend lines. You want to make sure you do that. And see, some people teach and they just put it willy-nilly and call some place, even take their measure moves and moving around. I'm like, that's a horrible example to try to teach people. My philosophy is that if you're trying to learn this, you need to learn it more of a proper way, more of a structured way according to the rules and stuff, instead of whatever somebody else just feels their whimsy or their interpretation of what what has worked for the greats that have actually had success in this market over the past 150 freaking years. All this data that we have, we just slap it in the face and say, no, but I want to do it my way. This is what I think that the pattern does. And you see that, man. I see that a lot here on YouTube. And then it gets regurgitated, and then all of a sudden you see somebody else has got a damn channel, and they're saying the same damn thing because they learned it from them, and you get all this misinformation or sloppy information, I guess I would say. And that's where we start talking about Thomas Bukowski and the patternSite.com, Encyclopedia of Pattern Trading, the man who wrote the dictionary, the encyclopedia on it. Give him credit because that was life-changing to learn that. Oh, that's what's going on over here. Okay, so we need to get actual good rules, right? Which leads me back to our Telegram AI bot mentor over there, which is programmed by all these goody rules. So you will get accurate, good, solid, foundational knowledge for whatever it shares. Remember that? We were talking about this guy over here, Chart Mentor. Yeah, it's giving you accurate. And if it doesn't, we're tweaking, or if it's off or on something, we got it all tweaked. Solid information based on the masters over here. I'm just saying. All right, so Measure Move takes us up over here. We're actually looking for. I'm looking for the 3.5. That's a nice one. I got this little idea here. AB equals CD plan. They'll be taking us really close to there, but just a little shy of it. But that would be the 618 of that move. So you might want to look at that idea. So that's at 0.0033. That's a little bit more local. The other, I would actually look at that one over the other one for a target. And if you jumped in now, you could have possible 30% gains if we got up there. If it does, right? It looks like it's trying to. So she's squeezing in here. That looks kind of cool. Let's take a look at BNKR, Banker. Banker on, I guess maybe Coinbase. Yeah, I think that's where we've been looking at it, right? Here's it against USDC, Coinbase. Yeah, we looked at it. We got some bearish divergence been forming here, and she hit what looks to be a 786 fib area retracement. Let's zoom out and take a look at it. This is some old stuff, looks like. Let's take a look. There's a time I think we looked at it like it was like you didn't have enough information just on this downward trend, and then look how it recovered. Pretty freaking nice. We're looking for this target here, the new higher high, and maybe this one. It might squeeze its little happy ass up there and tap 0.0014, but I'm mostly looking 0.0013 area, which means getting closer to places to take a little profit before it comes back a little bit and then tries to go higher, right? That's what we're hoping for. Wave count looks like you've got your 5 waves in, I believe. Did you double tap or something? Elliot, what do you think? Dude, Elliot thinks. He's been smoking crack in the bathroom. I can smell it right now. 5 waves in, ABC correction going on. Okay, it hadn't kicked in just yet. He's not the party monster yet. Give him a few minutes. He's going to say some wild stuff, though. And it's not just that. He'll get you caught up in the conversation, too. And you'll spend 45 minutes pass by, and you're sitting here talking about whether we're doing it right now, aren't we? That this could be the A, or this is the A, but then this could be, and then all these. You're too many damn variable possibilities, Elliot. Go somewhere. All right. I tried to make it a little simple. I just tried to make 3 humps and then a dump. 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 hump, dump. And that's Elliot in a nutshell. I'm just saying. Why make it hard? As long as you know what the original rules are, you can, you know. As long as you know, you know. Boom! Chakalaka. It's like a nice little bat setup. Or more. Let me see what's going on over here. Oh, that's deep. That's kind of extensive right there. Let's see what we got going on here. It's either going to be breaking her trend line, or she is got this little curvature also that she's working on right there. Can you see that? So I'm not giving up that we might actually hit that area right here, but that would be an area to take some profit at 0.0013. But it's looking like it might be a nice bigger move here. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, we got that little idea there. Oh, we've already hit those targets. Right, a little bit higher. That would suggest that, you know, she's got a little pullback coming. She's working on right now. So let's go to a little bit tighter. Smaller time frames, start seeing what we look like over here. Moving averages are still looking good. Huh. I'm going to stick with the old trend line right here, and this one's it's not a good entry to get in my personal opinion. It's not worth trying to play a flag, to force a flag pattern or anything like that. Even if it went up, well, that's 30%. I don't know. I could see the temptation, but damn. It's 50% down if we break that trend line and it starts bleeding down here. It's you got 8% drop versus 30. Yeah, you could play it if you think. But I would try to get it near the bottom, closest to this trend line, 0.000096 as I could for that play. Doing it that way, now a lot of people do not look at it this way. I do look at it this way. I like buying the bottom of trend lines, and if you see a curve went up there. My argument is that if you're using a risk-reward tool, you got more reward than you do risk. Because you want to put your stop loss at invalidation, if that's your idea. The idea is that it's going to keep going, right? And it's not going to come down and break this candle or break this trend line, especially, right? So a stop loss below there gives me almost a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio to get up to that second target. Let's go with this one. 2.5 to get up to that one, which is not bad. If I really want to tighten up my stop losses, it could look amazing, but it might get stopped out. Putting it below the trend line makes it a little bit less likely to get stopped out. And if it is, well, it's working on something else different anyway. It wasn't going to play out. Sayonara, we tried it. There was our 1%. Hey, man, try again. Roll the dice again. See what we get next time. Maybe try to, and if you get too many of these, try to look for better setups. I mean, that's just kind of the rules that we're supposed to be playing by. How we execute those rules, though, that's a totally different universe right there. We can know the rules, but actually executing them, there's the real battle. There's the real thing. And it's so easy to go in here on YouTube and make it look like, yeah, we're doing everything perfect. We're doing all wrong, especially if you got that income from that trading group coming in, right? And never losing. Right? Looking good always. Mistakes are covered. Always looking like gold. Let's take a look at, this is Banker. I like it, Banker. Let's take a look at Clanker, you little Clanker coin. Clanker, I guess Coinbase for you too. Herps. That's probably why I got out of Clanker and went with Banker. The old Banker Clanker. It's still an accumulation zone. Needs to get up here past, that's dollars? Oh. It was down to 24. Makes me think this one's got some tokenomics behind it. So let's go to, what is Clanker's tokenomics? Oh, token bot. I've heard of because it's in my Coinbase wallet. Okay. $36 million market cap, small market cap. Oh, I like. Oh, right. You got 1 million coins. That's it. Let me tell you, I made my Bitcoin back in the old day trading a coin called 42. There's only 42 of them that can be in existence. And it was nothing but a bunch of little bots over there. And I came up with this little strategy to play against the bots. Because, as soon as you go above them, they just go above you and then run things up. I ended up playing them both ways. And then I ended up getting like 100 Litecoin. And at that time, I converted the 100 Litecoin over to 10 Bitcoin. And then they're nowhere to be seen these days. They didn't last. Oh man, I'm a genius. Let's do this again. That never ever happened again. True story. Life-changing moments that vanished out of stupidity. That's the section of the show I'm talking about right now, people. That's real life right there. That was back in the early days where you realized, oh man, you mean something's really going to happen with this thing? It's not just, because it's 1,800, now it's 200. I mean, what the hell, man? Something's wrong. I think this thing's going to die. Then nobody cares about this crap. Now they're talking bad about it on the wherever they have an article. They say it's a scam. I don't know, man. That magic internet money, that ain't never going to, every narrative. China has already banned it. China's going to ban it. They're going to ban it everywhere else. So we're talking back in 2014, back in the good old days when Bitcoin was, under $2,000 for most of the time, under $1,000. Damn, how times have changed. Now we're sitting here chasing it. Here it is at $60,000. Like, oh my God. Sad thing is, there's a lot of people that bought a lot of Bitcoin back then and they held it. Put it in a wallet. Some people forgot about it. Crazy stories you hear. Good old Bitcoin stories. Anyway, Clanker's got some good tokenomics. Don't know what the hell, I forgot what it does, but you can get some traction out of this. Same thing with Zcash. Some of these other coins that are getting some traction, right? So we're looking 63, right at $64 after we get out of this, graduate from this zone at our next higher high there. So playing the next higher high, I would definitely be looking at that area to get hit. But also getting over at $40. So wow, I kind of like it. It's got a nice little trend line. I'm on the daily over here. It's above the 9 moving average, ticking off all my boxes. Just got the party started when you consider $48 and $63. Like, no, I didn't buy it when it was 30. I missed that. I'm gonna wait. I get perspective and I guess strategy whatever you're trying to do. Yeah, if you're trying to scalp it, you missed it. If you're trying to wait for it to get up to $48 and take advantage of that move, well, you're not too far along. But no, it could be some drawdown as you can goes for a little correction back down here, probably at 32, 33 at some point. Maybe, no guarantees. Maybe it won't do it at all. But it looks like she's got the 3 hump dump, but she's also got a little bit of a curvaceous thing going on there, like she's trying to get ready for the prom or something and padding that bra. I don't know what's going on over here, but Elliot would say that she's got a 5-wave thing going on. And right here we got 5 waves to the upside. You just follow a correction back down here. 200 moving average is where I'd be looking at here on the 1 hour, something like that. Moving averages look good. They're flipping. You're looking good. You're trying to break out of the jail, I see. You're trying to get out of the hell out of here. Other than if we ignore this guy, you can cut through here and see this trend line idea, that little anomaly, and we broke out of that idea. You take into account the trend line or that thing, and then you get this idea, and it's loose. Very sloppy. It's not that strong. That went through everything off. That little swing failure patterns, what all the cool kids are calling these things. I call it a butt crack. And this is where I'll blow your mind if you're not familiar with this. If you are familiar, it's like, oh hell, they're trying to make a big deal out of nothing. Well, it's my only magic trick for today. If we even got something. Have we got something? Oh, not really. No, I don't. Not from there. And it's not strong enough for me to really put confidence into it from here. We could try that idea. That would make a nice one. That's still an idea to look out for, but I don't. $90. All right, that's Clanker. Let's take a look at Ghost. I'm not even sure what the Ghost is. What is this? Where is this? Who's got it? There's Ghostware operating system, and there's Ghost on weeks. I'm going to go with that one. Okay, so it's not obviously. Elliot needs to get off of here. Elliot's going to trip things up. Okay, there we go. I had to double click. Okay, and skip. Alexa, skip. All right, that's the song that we're going to hear at the very end there. It's not allowed during the stream. Oh, hey! Okay. That was the remix of it. This one, it looks like a train wreck, man. I'm just in price action over here. Whatever they did over there back in November. Crazy. Rounding out, I don't see a lot of volume on this one. Moving averages are looking pretty decent on the 4 hour. You do have one touch, two touches. I look for one either a double top or a higher high out of this little guy. Not the higher high. Oh, I'm glad you asked, Tommy. I'll tell you right here. I would be looking for about right here. Let me look for that, and then maybe we get a little correction and pull back down, but that'd be a nice little place if you've been in it, because you can make some good gains. If you got in down here at the bottom when it's under at 0.003 cents, and where it is now, you've already made 120 something percent, right? And at the top, it was 228. So Ghost looks a little shaky to me. I don't know if I would, I'd have to see some more price action before I feel more comfortable at it with all this, whatever that was. That was kind of weird. It looks like a very small market cap coin, but hey man, this doesn't mean that those can't make you money if you play them right. What was this other coin I was looking at? Pippin. I think we looked at Pippin against Bitcoin. We didn't look at it against the dollar. Not as impressive against the dollar, but that was a nice little completion of one of those gosh darn harmonic patterns right there. And now we just hit our target 2 of the harmonic. The first one was here, kind of. It didn't really. This is one of those occasions where I guess you can say, and she just kind of didn't really stumble around too much and just blew through it. Surprising considering how, And so you'd have to take in the theory about the big drop down. I guess somehow that negated some of this stuff over there. And so we got a big strong move down, and a big strong move right back on up. Well, that's what they say. Now we come back and pull back a little bit, 35 cents or even 31 cents. We'll know better after we confirm that we're getting a little pullback here. I would say we are. Let's look for some bearish divergence. You do have some, but is it enough to keep us down here? That's what we got to figure out. She may be trying to take her happy ass just straight on up here to the 786. Crazier things that have happened. 46 cents possible. Which reminds me, I guess I need to take a little profit off my little Pippin trade over here. What's this? What happened here? Oh, Pippin, you're the only one I got right now. I guess I got stopped out on the other stuff. It's up my little Pippin trade, and it is a little one, but it's up a whopping 31% for a 3X. My goodness. And I'm trying not to trade altcoins over here. I'm trying just to do Bitcoin. Well, I'm not really in anything over here right now. Whatever got stopped out. Hey man, are you? Why are you not showing up over here on my positions? Is this not? All right, my stop loss is way down here. I'm not trying to get stopped out, but trying to do this on my phone is what I'm trying to. Oh, because I'm in the wrong pair. But you should be telling me what I got. I'm on the right one, right? All right. I'm on the wrong exchange. Oh, I was on the wrong exchange. No wonder. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snag a little bit of my whole $1.13 profit right there. A whopping hole for this tiny little $100 account that only has like $47 in it's got $50, about the same amount in Bitcoin and then the same amount in dollars. I'm playing both sides. And I don't want to lose. I want to make it grow. So I've got to sell about a third of it right here. Yay. Okay, so we took a little profit. And I'll just keep my stop loss here to take a majority of it, because if it breaks my trend line, and then which trend line do you want to go with? Do you want to be conservative or do you want to take the profit and run? And I'm kind of like, I think I want to take the profit and run on this. Since we saw maybe 40 something cents is about as high as it's going to get, maybe. And she could be coming back. So I'm cool with that. All right, little bitty account. I'm trying to see if we can get a Bitcoin entry, but I hadn't seen anything good on Bitcoin just yet. Taking another look at Bitcoin here on the 6-minute time frame as we just track its boring nature right now. Oh, she's been dropping, see? And coming back. Where's our thing over here? Should be another one over here. We're on the right. You're on the right chart, right? I don't know if it's the same. Oh, we were looking at this one. Oh, we hit it for that one. We're right at it right now on this one. On this chart, and look what's happening. We're starting to get a little candle, a real reaction over here at that 382. So this is the area we want to hold. We want to hold, and ideally we won't make a lower low, but as long as we're claiming this area, we got a chance, baby, to get higher highs. if this is our bottom. But if we lose this area, I'm still looking for 61.3. So we're at the test moment right now, late at night. 23 people hanging out. How you doing tonight?
Let's see if I survive in it.
Going to take a quick look at ZRO. That one's been doing some damage today. Look at you at $2.43. I don't know what the deal is. That's a 6-minute time frame. Looks a lot more impressive. And when you zoom out to like the 8 hour, 4 hours, oh, that was, well, that's okay. It's not a bad move. Went up $1. It's not bad at all. We got a target at $3.03 for the next level to hit. Let's see how long it's going to take us to get to the center of this Tootsie Roll Pop. Let's see what kind of local rejection areas we got up ahead here. Right up here at 253. That'd be the first one I'd be looking at. Might get lucky to hit our next little target there, but I'm looking really for your 113s for most things. Fat patterns and all. But maybe we squeeze in a 1-1. Oh, they mark you right now. That's the wrong color, dude. Red's what I'm looking for. So it might squeeze up about 255 and maybe up to 267, but she should get that's a strong move, man. She should get a pullback. So anybody in this needs to be definitely thinking about taking some profits and not trying to, it's the worst place to enter along in my personal opinion. It's got some nice things going on, but moving averages all back down here and coming back to test those are quite a common experience. Well, that's a nice breakout. It could find some support here, but often what happens is that we break back into the trend line and then come back and test these things. So, but if it does find some support somewhere around 227, 225, somewhere through there, it could be trying to make a strong move up. That would be more of a parabolic move there in that scenario, because these patterns are not supposed to break to the upside. When they do, it can be really good, especially if they're coming off of a bottom area and you got one of those kind of ideas forming. So I'm not. And then this is a bigger idea of that area, that same thing. And I would definitely look at this if that other sharper angle doesn't hang out, retesting somewhere around 214. That'd be testing these areas over here too. That's your much stronger support area. But nice ribbon flipping going on even here on the 15 minutes, saying this one's she's trying to do some stuff. I don't know what she's trying to do. Looking on the bigger picture, it looks like we got a little breakout like on the 4 hour, right? Start connecting some of these dots over here. Zoom out a little bit bigger and maybe we got something a little bit more bullish. Yeah, I got that. Oh, falling wedgies over here bottom. I don't know if this is part of a bigger mass accumulation. It could be. Could be making a little butt crack harmonic pattern, coming back down and doing more. Could be something really juicy, ready to be a life-changing event. I don't know. GHST. Oh, we got a super chat in. Thank you so much, Scar. Appreciate it. I got the wrong coin. Is that what it was? I also hit the wrong button right there. GHST. This one on Binance looks good. What we got going on here on the daily? Down at some low lows. We looked at this one before with a little hope. Oh, it did. I guess it did have a nice little pump up there. What it did after, though, it gave it all back, and then now we're down further, right? I don't know. This is where all this occurred. I'm just looking at this box here. I don't know. I can't remember anything from the past, whether we hit or whether we failed.
Make it rain.
Take a look at good ass coffee time. Is it good ass coffee time? Am I getting tired? I'm getting tired. Oh no! Maybe it is.
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow.
Where's my whistle?
Good ass coffee's here.
You stole my whistle.
Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Works good. My whistle. It always makes me cough though. Wait a
Oh yeah, the spark just bloody
Whoa, dude. Look at these lines, man. Look at these colors over here, dude. They're so beautiful, man. That's amazing. I want to take this little dude. This, man. Wow, dude. Go from that low all the way up to this high. We're right here at the 0.13 area. It looks like we lost it a little bit. Keep an eye on that, Anya. So we're on GHST. Hopefully the right one. It's being a little bit resistance right now. I thought that on a naughty. Let's see what else we got locally over here. Let's go from our low at oh, this is March 25. Oh hell yeah, we was in way too out on that one. For locally. Oh, look what you did there. Nailed it the first time, came back and went a little lower. You did something over here, didn't ya? Didn't ya? Uh-huh. Yeah, you 272'd us over here. I see what you're doing. Okay. All right. We need to pay attention to that one right there. Locally, we need to pay attention to this one right here. All right, so we're decoding it little by little here. High to low. Tell me where you're going to go. Oh, you're already there. Well, awesome. Is that a point of resistance right now? She might be pulling back a little bit. It's got lots of work to do, man. It's got lots of work to do, but it appears that we might be in somewhat of a channel formation. We get as many touches as we can here, there, there. We're dipping out a lot, but hey, man, that makes it exciting for a bear trap ideas. Okay, we got that. Locally, okay, so let's keep an eye on this guy. Especially since we're back into the channel. Hopefully we'll come up to the 886. Very real possibility, but that was a 227 area. Let's look at this area first. 200 moving averages there too. See if we can get past the 29-30 cent area right there. That would be nice. And gain some support in this area. Just try to stair step our way until we get out of the pattern and start getting up to 45 or 50. But it's a bullish pattern. They have about a 64% chance to break the upside eventually, whenever they do, right? And it did hit some Fibonacci and some reversal areas, some pivot points down here, especially locally. So I think it's got a chance to start trying. We just got to keep these higher highs and higher lows in. Let's go down to the 4 hour and see what it's looking like over here. It's trying to climb through the ribbon. You see it's up here testing the 800 moving average right now. Still got some work to do, but hey man, let's try. All right, so she'll probably end up getting rejected, coming back, and well, she's retesting right now. She's right here, so she's already working through some of these right now. Might even come back and test the trend line just to make sure it's solid and go up, right? So keep a track on this and hopefully see what she's doing this coming week over the next few days here. Hopefully it'll be turning around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, oh, that's the wrong place to go. Come back over here. Nice. You should be hitting yourself soon. Oh man, I don't need help pooping. Every time my Bitcoin hits a lower low. You guys are hilarious. You guys got a great sense of humor. Metamucil type pattern. Oh, that's funny. Apple water baked turkey. Hey, baked turkey's always the best turkey, right? Better than fried. Well, bake or fried. That's a good turkey. No boiled. That one, no boiling. But that ruins. That's horrible. But bake or fried, extra crispy. Yeah. Can you please look at ladies? Let's take a look at ladies over on KuCoins where I've been following it. And higher low so far. Got that going on. This is the 4 hour. I've been testing that 50 moving average there. Well, that's cool. So we got a higher low in. Just need to try to take this guy out eventually and break some trend lines there. Don't know. It looks a lot better than it making a lower low, I gotta say. Trying to work on it. See if we can level out here. We got a trend line here. Let's go ahead and extend that out. We want to see this one hold. See if we can get three little humps before we dumped up and retest and something to go higher. Come back into this curved area. That'd be cool. But those are kind of, they held pretty good. It's pretty solid, but I don't put as much faith in them as like a trend line. It is a variation of a trend line, though. It's one of the trend lines you should learn. But they're very subjective. Going to take a look at Monero. Nobody's been talking about Monero in the chat, so I'm going to take a look at it over here on Kraken. $340 right now after hitting a high of $800. I don't think I've looked at this particular chart in a while, but what I do like about it is this curvaceous line we got going on. When we talk these curves, she could be easily coming back up for new all-time highs or retest that area. On the local low, moving averages look, you know, they've all been tested. They're in good formation. They're just being tested right now. There's a chance that we're trying to work on something for Monero, and if you got in 296 at that 886 area, took a little chance on it, you're probably feeling, hey man, that's a pretty good move if I say so myself. These are the things that I look for to happen. I like it. So I'm looking at Monero. I'm probably going to go work on my position on this tonight after the stream. See what we can figure out, because now we can apply our other Fibonacci pull from this high down to this low. Something you'll see different. You don't see everybody do it this way. The harmonic traders will do it this way. Other people who don't trade harmonics, they don't really care or have a clue for how this works. And that's fine, because, you know, there's all kinds of different Fibonacci strategies you can use, but there's a little bit more of an advanced technique to know which direction to do them and do it correctly. It gives you more accurate information for a better strategies, in my personal opinion. That's just my thoughts.
Cheers for the kids. The first crack, yeah, smacks like a brick to the teeth. I was a genius, now
Where are we at? $476 be our next target after we get it out of the zone of regret. So we're in the zone of regret right now. It's, you know, it's like, oh man. It could either be, man, I wrote it all the way down, I regret that. But it should really be like, man, I regret that I didn't buy more when I was down here. When we start getting up to $400 and $480, like, oh man, that was really the zone of regret, ladies and gentlemen, the zone of regret. Zone of past regret. I'm gonna embellish it. Regrets and sorrows. Oh, we're getting poetic. The zone of past regrets and sorrows. And as soon as we get out of the sad part, and then we start getting to the happy area, and the real happy area, in my personal opinion, the happiest of the happiest areas. I mean, this is a kind of a happy area. This is a place to celebrate. It's $600. That happens. Like, damn, man. I said it wasn't going to happen. I didn't believe it either. I was in the zone of regret, and I having to pick up something. Gosh darn it. I'm happy. I don't know. 82% gains. That's 688. I'd be looking at 688. I'd also take a little trend line here and just know that, well, it's going to take a lot to work its way through here. So we might be looking at coming up and coming back down. Double bottom situation, higher low situation. That's a lot of stuff that could be happening over these next couple of months here as we look at the daily time frame. On the 4 hour though, we're trying to climb through all them moving averages like crazy over here. That's a nice little flip going on in the zone of regrets. I'm going to be investigating these regrettable zones over here. 200 moving averages all the way up at 478, right around our target. That's crazy. Moving average strategy says, hey man, come see me, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I'm taking a look at Bitcoin right now, $67,000. Oh man, you're on sale. You're on fire. Are we getting some support over here? We're getting some green candle action. Don't know if that's as far as we're going to go. We can do a quick little local test. Maybe. Swing low, swing high. Is that a place I should have buyed? And locally it says yes. It may not come all the way down to test that green line, right? But this is saying, this might be a little ago. Or then again, it may just surprise the hell out of you and just drop like a rock. All right, but it is locally. That's a nice little, oh, really? Yeah, I'm taking you, baby. I don't want to take a little nibble on my little bitty Bitcoin. I meant to do my strategy. I didn't do it. I forgot. That's what I said. So I got to do that before we leave tonight. If I can, let's get our Bitcoin ready over here. There you go. Let's go with dollars. I'm taking a little nibble right now before we get to all this other stuff. I'm getting my little entry again. I don't know if I want to go 51x though. I was getting a little ballsy there. But take a nibble. Take the nibble. Now we'll come over here and let's do the strategy over here. How do we get this window bigger? Is this it? That's not it. This one. Where you bounced at right there, baby. A 272 from this pool. Juicy entry, I think. I look for those things. Not everyone agrees. Some people think it's quite risky. My take is you can get a very, very tight stop loss over here because if you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, right? Wait a minute, you didn't take my entry? I don't think I got in. I don't think I got in. I thought I got in. Wait a minute, we gotta check this out. No, I thought it was in a market situation here. Alright, now let's zoom out here. Why'd you get in? 272, man. Bottom fifth area. That's my reason. Don't have to be yours. That's something I'll look for. Let's see if we can zoom out to like a 4 hour or something bigger over here. Let's clear all this crap off. Let's get my stop loss set before we do, because gosh darn it. Oh, we're not that crazy on stop loss now. Hard to see over here. Right now yeah, there we are. All right, so we're getting a big ass range over here, and I want to apply the strategy over here. If I can get my time, how do I got to change my time frame? Oh, right here. I'm going to go to the daily. Okay, no. Okay, we got to go local. Right. Zoom in. Well, that's why that looks so weird. There we go. Here, we can work it over here. Was this on the 1 hour? Okay, cool. All right. And hopefully my fibs are all set up to do this high to low. I gotta add something. Oh, gosh darn it. Gotta adjust them. I need a 1, 1, 2, 3. Not on here, are ya? 1.13. 113. That's. Gotta have the 113 right. Oh, you're an ugly color too. I color code mine while I'm at it here. I like mine to be white, so I know what it is. All right, so we want to mark that little guy. And mark that little guy up ahead. No, I want to put my stop losses above here. I want my dang stop losses above there for any kind of short ideas I want to play, right? Gonna come the other way. I want to do the same gosh darn thing. I would have to go with much lower leverage than what I'm using to apply this technique though. If I was going to put my stop losses below there. Swing hard, curtain swing low. So these areas I'm putting here, these are places that you can place some limit orders. You would have to do this with lower leverage and start out, right? You can't do it with high leverage unless you're willing to lose a lot. And what I'm doing is I'm getting some bottomy areas here. I still don't have enough down here on the bottoms, do I? Do we not get you? That's the 0, so we definitely want to put that one in there for double bottoms. Well, if they're complicated, I'm just trying to find some good ones. So I want a few targets down here on these lows, but the biggest thing is to find areas to put our stop losses, because if they're going to come and wick us, a lot of times we're going to the 113 areas, and that would be this guy right here, right? So I can put my stop loss below it, like not with the margin. I'll do it on the other trade. Oh shoot, I didn't draw it on the other trade. Anyway, stop loss is there, and I can also add to it through here if we come down through there, but the likelihood of it going down here is a little bit less, right? And then I want to put some short entries in over here, like 71666. Don't want to do a limit order. And I want to do some small, just in small entries, just in small ones. I'm probably right now I'm just taking 10% what I have available just to get a position out there. Let me get a few others. I just want to put some random numbers so I can get them around, because I can move them around on this exchange. So I'll get me 2 little entries if possible. All right, now we blow you back up and we'll come take a look at you. Where you at? How do we do that again? Boomer. Where you at, Boomer? Oh man, is this it? It's not it. There it is. And we find it. All right, so I got a short right here. And I may go back and redo it, because if I type it in, right now I'm just doing it for display, but if I go back in and re-enter it and type it in, I can click that little box and I can use this over here for my stop loss. This little guy right here. And then with playing the orangey range. And then when she comes up, I mean, these are the places we're interested in looking at it against these 3 lines. Even right up here, don't know if it will do it, only if it comes and wicks up, but we can look at it. But if you really want to get in, I'll be looking around these 2 areas right here. And you could probably take that little volume tool, another way you can do it, maybe an easier way for some people. Fixed volume range. I don't see it, it's not labeled to do it, is it? It's got this point of control right here. All right, usually it will give you a value area high and value area lows, and you can kind of adjust through there too. But this entry is right around there, and one of the reasons why I took it, why I'm not afraid to take it, is because we're so close to here. And my risk reward ratio, really, I mean, for what I'm doing, I'm not. I'll play this on the upside for the shorts, but right now I'm just playing just a regular long based on something else. But when we get up here, I got some short positions open. If we come up here and wick back down and fall down, then I'm ready to go. Just to kind of snipe up here, just to catch a rain. And it may not even, I'm fishing. It's definitely fishing. Or catching the reverse falling knife, maybe. If it wants to keep on going. But this is a little technique you can use in the ranges. And like I said, we go back over here to the exchange and actually type it in, like over here. Let me go ahead and do it. I can put in my stop loss, which was what? Somewhere, let's just put something crazy. Well, not too crazy, 72. So I put my stop loss trigger. My take profit, I would want to take profit at the bottom of the range, so about right where we are. 67,668. All right, and I'm gonna cancel this order. I'll cancel both of them, and I'll just put this one in and do it correctly over here as a good example. And I'm gonna go. So, oh, not 720,000. So I'd be, oh yeah, I can do with that. Do I need a more accurate? What is my 73,146? Let me get my actual stop loss in there. 73,146. Now I can actually get my risk rewarder under control here, right? I don't want the leverage that I'm using right now, which is kind of crazy. So that's part of the problem. I probably want to go with something a little bit. Let me try that. You're not going to let me do this because of why? Because I've already got an order with a stop loss or something. Is that what I got to cancel this before you'll let me do this? All right, so if I take my short and put it to where I can only lose 1%, lets me build a position. Why don't I go 11%? Okay, so I put my short, make sure I'm not screwing something up. I got it on limit at my price, right? 71.8, and I can change it. Okay. All right. Did we open our short? Right here. Short. All right. So, okay, so I got one. I'll go back and do the rest of them tonight. So I've got my entry there, and I just got to wait to get it. And if it comes up past my line, then, you know, I've only lost my 1%, my trade. But if it does come back down, my profit and loss is, or well, my take profit area was down here, so it is not telling me right now. And I've already forgot what it said. But I get to make my 5% with times my leverage that I've got, which is, I think I went with 5%, 5x right there. So 25% gains that I can make if I catch up here and we come back down or lower, right? So that's a little technique that you can use if you don't. And I rarely ever do. I rarely actually play that way. But it would behoove me right now to try to take advantage of this little range instead of trying to do anything else. Right now, I'm up 9 cents. Oh my God, I'm up a whole whopping 1%. Where can you go? Ladies and gentlemen, I lost you over here on my OBS. There we are. All right, 18 people hanging out. I'm going to the end screen. If you want to go and listen to the Naughty Naughty song, it's going to be the second song playing over there. Probably one of the rarest times you will ever hear it on the show, but I could see it going viral, being attached to NBA games and things that happen over there. And if so, it's got some explicit language in it, so I'm warning you now. If that kind of bothers you, don't hang out at the end screen after the first song, because after it, it's going to get kind of weird. But it sounds cool. And we'll take one more look at Bitcoin as she's trying to climb the little happy asses up. And we're under 2 hours. Let's go do it while we can. Going to the end screen. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. See you over there. Catch up with the chat there.
Stop being a child. Revelation rally, the haze is thinning now. Seeing shapes in the noise where I used to just shout. No more throwing darts in the dark every night. Got a map now, even if it's scribbled and shy. Bitcoin's the boring North Star that won't move. Alts aside, characters that don't have to prove. Then the news hit, some suit banning the fun. Market dropped like a bad joke, no one's laughing at everyone screaming. So I just sat on my hands, had a little pile of cash, waiting for exactly these plans. Bought the fear while they cried, it's over me. Watched it crawl back up, quiet, no fanfare, just fade. Told him, hey, chill, when he asked if I was dead. He laughed, but I felt like I'd finally grown ahead. Used to think the whole game was rigged against me. Now it's just mass with a bad personality, yeah. Still get that flutter when the red starts to flash, but it's not panic anymore, more like a rash. Whatever. I've got rules, I've got a tiny plan. No more jumping off cliffs with my eyes in my head.
You wrote a song about green dildos. But it only sounds weird when it comes out of your mouth, Sean. But it's green dildos. I don't know about you, man. What the heck? It only sounds weird when you say it.
Rallies creeping up soft, no explosions, no noise, just a slow, steady climb with less desperate boys. Feels like waking up after.
Would you try it, Sean? Hey, I'll say like the song, stupid.
Let's see what's in store, mate.
His job, isn't it?
I'm going back for that.
Let's see what's in. Woke up this morning with the craving so deep. Giant green dildos, yeah, they're what I need to sleep. Not the battery kind from the shop down the road. The ones on my screen that make my portfolio explode. They're eyes up top, looking oh so firm. Oh yes, pump in my bags till I squirm and squirm. One big thrust and I'm seeing stars. Fuck me! Yelp, it's pouring in, buying fancy cars. Cash or to oh yeah! Give me those giant green dildos. Give it to me. The time to stretch high and never say no. Ever. Big keys in the keys, make my wallet fat. Craving them daily, imagine that. Green and mean sliding up the chart. Fucking my fears right out of my heart. Yes, daddy. Papa steak bring, oh what a thrill. Giant green dildos pay my bills. Cash explosion, scrolling at midnight. Fingers all sticky and wet, so wet. Waiting for that surge, I won't soon forget. Red ones are bastards, they leave me high and dry. Flop, but greens come calling with a wink in the side. Sexy, hey big boy, I just some money changes, no shame in my game. They pound, driving me
wait till your wife
insane.
walks in.
One massive candle and I'm screaming, yes please! Turning my new bass into crypto royalty. Counting is to settle for little red stubs that flop. But now I'm addicted to the ones that won't stop. They vibrate my phone with alerts all night long. Giant green dildos, where have you been all along? Whatever, yeah, call me pervert for charts. But these bad boys deliver right to my parts. Right there. Fuck me sideways when they hit all-time high. Fuck me! Profits raining down like come from the sky. Let's that cash rain shower. Oh yeah! Give me those giant green dildos. Dildo. The kind that's
It does this for the next 3 minutes. Just this alone.
Teas and the crease make my wallet fat. Crave it, I'm daily, imagine mad. Green and mean sliding up the chart. Fucking my fears right out of my heart. Profits they bring, oh what a thrill. Giant green dildos pay my bills. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever. Dildos forever. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever, green
The next
and
2.5 minutes are nothing but this.
Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever. Dildos. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever.
So my biggest fear is that this one has viral potential. If they clipped it from here on out to the end and attached it to one of those videos for NBA players, you know, where they're throwing things on there. Because the glitch in the song is that after about that 3.5 minute mark, it just does this till the 5 minute. That's all it knows to say. So I may trim it, get my music software, music editing software out and trim it down or something. But kind of a different song, huh? But production value on it came out good. Nowhere yet, just here. And again, it's not my problem if somebody walks in the room listen to music about dildos. I know nothing.
Dildos forever, green and supreme. Turning my trades into a wet dream. But honestly, if they dip and turn red, I'll cry in my pillow, alone in my bed. Giant green dildos, you're my guilty vice. Profits and pleasure, naughty and nice, innit? woke up.
And that was Giant Green Dildos right here on Rainbow Radio. So glad you could join us this evening.
Check the wallet, still there, still growing slow like mold on bread. You forgot in the back row, bought the flat I used to rent. Nothing fancy, just mine. No gold taps, no cinema room, just a door that locks fine. Coffee tastes different when it's not bought on credit card debt. Feels weirdly adult, like I finally paid my
Sure,
rent.
go for it. I haven't released it yet. I still got to edit it. I created that song. That's all the songs. All the music that you hear on this channel is my music. Thanks to the advent of AI, this little songwriter can actually put some of his songwriting skills to work and not have to pay a bunch of band to do stuff and make demos or anything. So, and I've been having fun with it. We've done some parodies, kind of mimic the genres, the 80s, the 90s, and all that stuff. And then all these songs are original. So you're hearing tonight. And Green Dildos just happened to be one of those anomalies right there that came out the production came out awesome though. I like it. But damn. It does sound a little gay. Not for a girl, but I don't know. I don't know if that's one I want to have my name associated with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Say it, don't spray it.
Horizon still out there, long and lazy and wide. No finish line bullshit, just a longer ride. Honestly, this feels richer than any viral pump ever did. While it's humming soft, like it finally quit. No more desperate schemes, no more fever dreams. Just me and the market, living quieter things made.
I could be a songwriter in Nashville, but it seems to be working out in West Virginia, although the pay is crap. There's no pay to it. I don't think this is one of the new ones. I mean, it's new, but it's not one that I just did.
Believe that.
Market crashing hard, red candles everywhere. But look at my screen, green tickets in the
This is about gurus.
The wins, crop out the rips, post that one trade, let the Sims invest. It's all about the words I say. You believe it? I tell you on the best. Yeah, you believe it. Subscription fees rolling in, damn it's so easy. Crypto guru grift, I can't lose. I'm invincible, baby. Call it pump, call it dump, call it sideways too. Flood the chat with charts, confuse the whole crew. Short below zero while I load up.
Just need a little Jesus, man. Just ask Jesus to come in and help make things better. It's a slow change in what you see. It's immediate change in what he sees.
Yeah, you believe it. Subscription fees rolling in, damn it's so easy. Crypto guru grift, I can't lose. I'm invincible, baby. Be there. Be there. Yeah. Life coach vibes, new age talk, sell it like fact. You idiot, seat it up, hang on every act. Penthouse views paid by your monthly fee. One more live stream, I'm not there for. It's all about the words I say. You believe it? I tell you I'm the best. Yeah, you believe it? Subscription fees rolling in, damn it's so easy. Crypto guru grift, I can't lose. I'm invincible, baby.
Leave that.
All they got to do on YouTube is just tell you they're the
Still
best,
believe.
and everybody believes that.
Yeah. You still believe. Life coach vibes. New age talk, sell it like fact. You idiot, seated up, hang on every act. Penthouse views paid by your monthly fee. One more live stream, another bag for me. Hey. It's all about the words I say. You believe it.
I pray for peace for you, my man. That you all come to a place that you no longer going through the hard times, but that you're blessed. Pray for a blessing for you, my man. I got you.
You still believe? Yeah. You still believe. One more candle.
Until you're not.
Just one more. Another night, same
Let me
chair,
ask you.
same glow. Screen's the only light in this
Wait, man.
empty hole. I swore I was done. I swore I'd walk away, but the red keeps
I call.
bleeding, stealing my days.
Charges
I close
angels.
my
Vibrate on
eyes, try to
protection
find some peace,
Open the doors for him.
but the chart keeps whispering.
Opportunity to close the
Won't
doors.
let me sleep.
He got his soul. Victim for the spirits that
Tell
hang around him.
myself this time I'll let it go, but every time I try,
Hold it,
the
19G.
fever grows. One more candle, one more
So be it.
light. One more candle, watch me die. One more candle in the dark. One more candle rips my heart. One more candle, just one more. One more candle I can't ignore. One more candle, pull me through. One more candle, I'm still in love with you.
Friends all left, said I lost my mind. Girlfriend packed up, took what was mine. I sold the couch, sold the ring, sold my
Well, I just did a little prayer for you.
Lives inside now. I'm down to
And expect
nothing but a
something.
phone and a prayer, and I hope that tomorrow won't leave me there. I scream
But sometimes when some people pray,
you're killing yourself, but the green
well, they're
stars
hurt.
rising and I forget the hell.
One more candle.
Now you've got to be receptive and listen.
One more candle, watch me die. One more candle in the dark. One more candle.
I use AI song generator.io. It's not even what most people use. That's the one that I use. But everybody talks about Suno. I've just never been over there.
I'm still in love.
Oh, snap. What am I doing here? Oh, wrong button here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, going to have to get off here. Thank you for hanging out. See you on the next one. God bless you, and Jesus loves you. If you don't see him in your life, you got to ask him. He'll be there, always.
Then we laughed at the sun. Now I'm here alone talking to a screen.